If you follow me on social media, you know that I've been working recently on a updated cover for the second printing of my book, The Lucid Waking Dream. I'm doing that. Well, I need to have a reprint. I'm holding here in my hands the only remaining copies of the first printing. They're available through eBay, but obviously I need to have new editions available for new readers, anyone who wants to back them, anyone who wants to pick them up. So that is why I am working on this now. Originally, I'd planned to have this available through the campaign. Then it sort of struck me that it's a little weird that I've got this book that I've made, and if I sell out of all these first printings, then the only thing I have to offer to people who are just finding out about the story, just finding out about the Lucent, is to say, well, back my crowdfund, and then you'll get it when I finish the second book. I never thought that was a great plan. I always think you should always have something to sell if you have it. So originally I planned to just make this, sell it on maybe eBay. I've also been setting up my own web store, wherever it is, just somewhere where you can buy it. But I recently saw a poll here from Professor Murph on Twitter, which is about where are we going to go to crowdfund our campaigns for the future. He's got three options here in this poll: Indiegogo, Kickstarter, or your home, your own kind of page, your own Shopify shop, essentially. And I thought this was a really interesting poll, a really interesting result. I mean, if you've been following this channel, you know we've been talking a lot about the changes that have been taking place recently in the crowdfunding space, the shenanigans going on Indiegogo. He gets into right here. So the biggest pro for Indiegogo is the in-demand option. You essentially have a built-in web store. You don't have to build it yourself, and there is traffic that does go to Indiegogo. The con now is, well, is anyone going to be able to find it without the direct URL? A lot of people are being shadow banned. A lot of people, you can't find them either through the Explore or through the search. So there's that. Kickstarter has a much larger traffic base. Many more people. I think it's about maybe even 10 times as many people visit Kickstarter every month. Huge audience over there. The biggest con, he has it as no in-demand. I would also say it's the fact that you also get charged at the end of the campaign period, which is always seemed weird to me. Then here he's got your own crowdfund. Now, it's not as if you get no platform fees, pretty much minimal fees. I think on sites like Shopify, it's like 2% or something like that, which is compared to the 5 or the 7, sometimes 10%, much better. But I don't think it's nothing. The biggest con, obviously, is, well, the only people who are going to go to your site are people who you have been able to direct yourself personally. Another con potentially there is if people might not trust you, especially if you're a first-time creator. If you've never done this before, it's going to be incredibly difficult to just convince some random normie on the internet who likes the look of your book to come to your website and crowdfund on your website. Obviously, the biggest example of this is Isom. I mean, we can't use Eric July as a test case because he is just so far on the outside of the norm. But obviously, he did fantastically, and I'm actually going to start diving into how he's built this page. I really like here how he's got everything delineated here: stretch goals, updates. You can review. And there's also a discussion. I think these two tabs here go a long way to building that appearance of trust. Because, yeah, if people can, voice their concerns or ask questions and have them answered, that is really important. We saw recently as well, actually, we had them on this channel, was Mandy and Peter Gilmore launched on their own site as well. It's over at Comics Avalon. I think Mandy also has it forwarding from Indiegogo if you want to go there as well. But they're doing fantastically. Actually, I checked back at Tracker. They're actually tracking on par with what they were doing on Indiegogo for the first book. You got to account for the fact that this doesn't include shipping, and also that Mandy is getting to keep, pretty much all of this, bar the processing fees that whatever site is, whatever whoever's managing this thing is going to take. But yeah, another good example. Now, Mandy does have over 10,000 subs on her YouTube channel. She's got a big presence on Twitter. She's a known quantity. So it really does seem to be looking like this is an option if you have audience already, or you have some kind of ability to let the that audience know that this is a thing. Otherwise, yeah, no one's going to be just browsing comicsavalon.com randomly. They're going to be going there because of that link. Case in point, here is Comics Koi. These guys have a much smaller audience than Mandy and obviously Eric. But having said that, they're still doing incredibly well. They've got 59 people to back on their own website here. This is aerith.com. This is their zine. They've raised 2,395 thus far. I really dig the look of this. I like how it's all branded. It looks really nice and clean and cool. And the one really cool thing about doing it yourself is you get to decide all of that. You get to decide what's important and how it looks and brand it and everything. So, in the spirit of this, originally I had decided that I would just put this new cover up on my eBay store, or if I could get my new web store up in time, put it up there and just sell it, have it on offer as an option. You'll still be able to grab it. If you don't want to, it's going to cost a bit more if you ship this book and then you buy the second book later. But if you don't mind waiting, you can just wait for the crowdfund. So I just thought, have an option out there. If people want to buy it, fine. If they don't, no problem. But now I'm thinking this is actually a really good opportunity for me to test one of these homemade crowdfunding sites. So that's what I think I'm going to be doing here. I have set up Shopify, and I've just started building it out. This will be a Shopify page that is essentially just like this, or like this. Actually maybe not like this one, because this has all the other links to everywhere else. I'm thinking more like it's just going to be a single page, and that's all that's going to be on there. I mean, obviously, the tabs, I really like these tabs, but like I said, these are all happening on the one page. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking I'm going to be doing. I'm going to document the whole process for you guys. Maybe if there's so fans can sort of see what it takes to do this, and then if you're a creator, you can maybe hopefully learn something. I don't know. I don't even know if this is going to friggin' work. I mean, I hope it is. I'm sure it will. It's through Shopify. It's all totally legit. They use Stripe. I'm not worried about anything like that. I'm just, my concerns are for myself. Do I have the capabilities to pull this off? This is the plugin that I'll be using. It's in the Shopify App Store. It's called crowdfunder.com. It's $24 a month. It has great reviews, and you can see here sort of, you can customize what how it works and how it looks and all that sort of stuff. So fingers crossed. I don't know exactly when I'll be able to get this thing up and running. You can see here this cover isn't finished yet. There's a little bit of way to go with the coloring and everything, and then I've got to get test prints made up. It's going to be, I think it's going to be $20 plus $10 shipping to the US. So it's going to be significantly cheaper than the initial offering was, but it's going to be slightly shorter, and it's not going to come with the UV spot cover. So I think that makes sense. A good entry level cost for an independent comic. But yeah, look, let's do this. Let's figure it out. And if I learn things and then it's documented out there on YouTube, then you guys can sort of watch that and see how it all works, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't have huge hopes for it. it's just really an experiment at this point. I think it's better than just popping it up on a website. You don't get to see all the numbers. You don't get to kind of gamify and have the fun, see them tick up, all that sort of stuff. So, and the cool thing about it is it's already done. So it'll be able to ship pretty much straight away. I think we'll see how it works. We'll see how it works. Hopefully it all goes down without a hitch, but we'll see. We'll see. You know me. things can happen. All right. Well, let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any suggestions, questions, queries, whatever. If you like the idea, if you hate the idea, do let me know. Also, please give the video a like. And if you're not, please do subscribe and get that notification bell on. Also, consider becoming a member, because this is how I'm paying to create these comics right now, right here. All right, that's it for me. I'm going to end it there. See you next time. Bye.